Hey guys, I'm going to be filming my third Q&A here. It's going to start back up. So Nikki Ray asked, diet tips on keeping strength while leaning out. Since you're the queen of leanness, LOL. I don't fucking think so. With my caramel macchiato fucking creamer in my coffee. It's all about the angles on how you take the selfies. Definitely not the queen of leanness. Anyways, thank you for the compliment though. Diet tips on keeping strength while leaning out. I don't work with nutrition, it's not my specialty at all. So anything diet, I would just forward all these questions to my assistant Maida, who's a nutritionist. But for myself, there has to absolutely be no cheating. And it's not even about the diet for me. For me, I really need to do cardio if I want to lean, and that's just not happening. So, but yeah, just you have a meal plan and you stick to it, and you might have one cheat meal a week, but that's it. Okay, Brianne Gomez. What are the most important aspects of training for results? Body comp and strength versus training to just train. Okay, I don't really understand this question. What are the most important aspects of training for results? Well, the most important aspect for training for results, whether they're body comp or strength, is consistency and having goals, having a deadline. So I know Brianne, she trains for both, and she has goals for her body comp. It's not just her body comp, but it's her weight class. She needs to cut weight to make weight. So that's her deadline. That's her goal. Meet day, or a month out. Whenever she's gonna start really cutting. You need accountability. So you need a deadline. I would say you need somebody to check in with you, to make sure you're doing things right and that you're seeing results. So if you don't have a coach, maybe get a coach or somebody to take care of your nutrition. You could maybe look into that. But the most important aspects of training are consistency, and it's one day at a time. It's one fucking exercise at a time. I get so overwhelmed if I look at the stuff that I give other people to do. I'm how the fuck do they I can't even look at this workout I need to just do one thing at a time. And if I look at everything I have to do, I usually get too overwhelmed and I just say fuck it. I don't do anything at all. So be consistent, break it up into small, manageable chunks, and just be consistent and have a date. Have a date, have a goal. P. Fuggin on Instagram asked, what would you suggest someone in the super heavyweight class do for reps if they were looking to cut 10 to 15 pounds, yet still put 20 to 40 pounds on their squat and pull? I'm such a bitch. I don't know, dude. What would they do for reps? I would not change. For all my accessories, it ranges from 4 reps to 25 reps. But I would say if you're trying to cut weight, you need to be supersetting every fucking accessory. You need to be supersetting everything and having little to no rest time. I don't know why I laughed at that question. It's just I don't know. Sometimes I feel people are just asking for a magic, whatever. You just have to work hard, and you can do cardio. You can diet and you can do cardio and still get stronger if you have the right guidance. And if you're looking for help with nutrition, let's plug Myra again. dcspack@gmail.com. Her name's Maida Armijo. She's my assistant, and she'll hook you up with a good nutrition plan. Okay. Sha'al on Instagram, talk about beginning West Side for females. Well, beginning West Side for females and beginning West Side for males, I would not do any differently. Beginning West Side, we start with simple stuff like box squats without the bands, chains, and specialty wires. We do, oh my god, look at this little one. Look at it. So we start with simple stuff. So we just add one variation to the lift instead of like 3. So we're not going to do reverse band plus chain to a board. We're going to do reverse band or floor press. So we just keep it simple, and it's okay if you don't have all the specialty equipment. Most of my clients just train at regular 24-hour kind of gyms, and they do different variations every week. And for your accessories, you want to pick exercises that you're not good at, pick exercises that are hard for you. That's how you're going to grow. That's how you're going to become better. Palma Fit on Instagram asked, how did you get started and or why powerlifting? I feel like that would almost need like its own video, but if I can keep it under like 2 minutes, how I got started. I was, working out at a Curves because I just like hated my body. I felt terrible about the way I looked, and I wanted to change, and I didn't know anything about working out, so I joined the Curves because like joining a gym seems so scary. And then that worked great, and then I joined a regular gym and I hired a personal trainer, and I got started in powerlifting because I was like kind of getting into the bodybuilding world a little bit, and I thought I wanted to like do bodybuilding. I really liked that look of like muscular women. And then so I learned how to bench press, and the guy who taught me how to bench press was a national record holder in the IPF for bench press. I was living in Canada, and so he brought me to train with his team one day, and I absolutely fell in love, and that's how I got started in the powerlifting. That's a very short story. Joseph Adamo 1. Joe asked, number one piece of advice you'd give to a powerlifting coach? I would say, I don't know if this would be the number one piece of advice, but like, be very organized with like the materials you're giving your client getting ready to compete. So like we give our clients a meet plan. It's like a nice looking meet plan. It has every single warm-up weight. It has every attempt, and there's instructions on there. You miss an attempt, you retake it. So yeah, having all the warm-up weights and everything. Even if you're going to be there on meet day, like they want to feel important. Like this is the day they've been working for. Like, so send them a meet plan if you don't already do that. Like with the warm-ups, how much time? When should they start warming up? How much time should they put in between their warm-ups? But yeah, if that's the advice I would give to a powerlifting coach. I mean, I know Joe is at his athletes' meets. I don't know how many people you coach online, but like I've seen you coaching. Anytime I've ever seen you, it's because you've been coaching at a meet. So I think that's fucking cool you do that. And that's what I do too, And it's expensive, and I travel all over. I travel like every month to coach the powerlifting meets, but I mean that's what I love doing. I love being at the meet. Big Pool 97 asks, for a young powerlifter training and programming, at what point is it a good time to do my first comp? Right away. So pick one, sign up for one, start and get serious. I would suggest people like 12 weeks into their powerlifting training, they should have picked their first competition for sure. Because you're not a powerlifter until you have your first total. That's what I think. Leah Ham 1 and Uncle Steve 94. Well, that's creepy as fuck. They asked, did you find competing raw more comfortable, or does the gear not bother you? I can't even wear a briefs without feeling like I'm about to die. Well, before training raw, oh look, she wants in. Come on. You could too. Oh, she wants a tunnel. There. So blessed. There, a little cave for you. And there, I'll wrap you up here. So before my raw powerlifting meet, gear never bothered me at all. I mean, I was so used to it. I was so used to it. And now, like, getting out of the gear and going back in, like, I'm, like, way bigger, though, than I've ever been. I'm not heavier than I've ever been, but like lifting raw has put some serious muscle on me. And my legs and my butt are so much bigger from all the raw volume squats. So like getting into the gear that I was wearing before, even at the same body weight, like was so shitty. And it really did bother me a lot. Like it broke skin in my hips. Like yeah, usually I get like bruises and those bite marks and stuff, but like that shit broke my skin. Like it was bad. And extremely uncomfortable trying to deadlift. Like so I ordered new gear, but sorry, what was do you find it competing raw more comfortable? Yes, 100% more comfortable competing raw. And yeah, the gear does bother me now. Okay, Trigger Francis and the lad. Question: what keeps you hungry to continue what you are doing? What's the fuel for your passion to overcome all powerlifting obstacles? What keeps me hungry is that like 5-pound PR. Like I just want to hit small PRs in competitions. Honestly, I want to make Louis proud. Like that's what keeps me hungry. You know, I have a lot of people that look up to me. I have a lot of people that I coach, and I'm supposed to be like the leader. Not supposed to be. I'm the fucking leader of them, you know? I'm their mama cats. I'm their coach. And so, like, I need to be walking the walk. I need to be going out there on the platform and putting my money where my mouth is. So, but what honestly in my heart, what really drives me is like knowing that like Louis is gonna be watching, and he is. Like even though I'm out here in California, like I know he sees what I do. Like I know people show him stuff like on Instagram at breakfast, and I know he's proud every time I hit a record. You know, every time I hit a personal record. So, and Louis calls them records. You'll never hear Louis say a PR. He'll always call it a record. I love that. Anyways, so yeah, like I have a West Side barbell tattooed on my leg, and I got it put right below my brief line. So when I wear my multiply briefs, like it's right below, so that at meets Louis can see it on my leg when I'm squatting. That's why I put it there, because I really just want to make that man proud, and that's what keeps me hungry. And to overcome, like, what's the fuel? Like, to overcome all powerlifting obstacles. I mean, Louis has broken his back like 3 times. He's like, right now he like can't even like barely bend his knees. Like, well, hopefully it's getting better, but like that man has just been through a lot, you know, not just physically, but like he's really been through a lot. And like, so whenever I'm complaining that like my arms hurt, like right now I'm having like a lot of problems with my arm, especially like my right arm, which is my good arm. Just a lot of tendonitis and stuff. But I mean, it's nothing compared to the stuff that like Louis puts up with every day. So, all right. ESL asked, how much money should you be spending on a coach/programming? How would you recommend going about looking for a coach? Well, look no further, motherfucker. I'm right here. Just kidding. How much money should you be spending on coach programming? I don't know how much money you should be spending on it, but personally, I charge $150 a month. That's what I've been charging for 3 years. You know, I've never upped my prices, so I'm not sure what other people charge, and that's per month. That like includes a lot of stuff, like me going to the meet most likely, and video analysis. Like 3-4 times a week, I'm watching your videos and giving feedback. How would I go about finding one? I mean, I don't know. Who do you want to train like? Or, I don't know. How do you want to train? How do you want to lift? Multiply raw, probably raw, because everybody in the world's fucking raw now. So you can just hit me up and I'll hook you up. No, I don't know. Where are you supposed to find a powerlifting coach? Like Instagram? I don't know. Silverback RF asks, goal setting for the long and short term. Do you plan to lift X weight, or do you just train your ass off and see where it takes you? Well, yeah, I plan to lift 5 pounds heavier than I did last time. And I'm not just gonna see, well, I don't know. I'm at a point now where like, I don't want to take all the drugs, and I don't want to like get huge and big and strong, and like, I don't want to get any bigger than what I am now. That's for fucking damn sure. So I don't usually just see where it takes me, you know, like I mean, it's really hard for me to get 5-pound PRs. So like, that's what I'm really going for. And setting goals. Yeah, it's always just about a 5-pound PR for me, really. Mimi Victoria asked, how does your workout plan look? Okay, so I work out 4 days a week, and we've got 72 hours in between both upper body days and 72 hours in between both lower body days. So on Monday, I speed bench, and then on Thursday, I do a heavy bench, and then Tuesday, I do heavy lower body, and Saturday, I do lower body also. It's usually pretty heavy, but so that's how it goes. I have a main movement for the day, main exercise, and then I have like bodybuilding accessory movements after that. So that's what it looks like. So for example, today I did my like light bench day. I did, and it felt pretty heavy though, even though I was doing sets of 8. I did 4 sets of 8 decline. It was supposed to be like around 80%, but like, yeah, there was no way that was happening today. That would have been like 180 pounds. I used 155 and it was super hard. And then I did some accessories after that. I did some shoulders and chest. Enrique123 asked, when will your next comp be? Probably in the summer. How do you adjust conjugate to lift raw? You and Wenning show it works, but how do you change it? Okay, so every second dynamic effort squat wave, we do raw free squats. We start at 65 to 70% of your 1 rep max and do either 7 sets of 3 or 10 sets of 2, and then we'll go up from there. I'll call weights depending on how the video looks. I'll tell them what to hit. It's usually around between 6 to 8 sets of 2, or probably about 8 working sets. Not always at the same weight. We do like maybe go up in weight like 2 or 3 times, and then we'll work up again on the 3rd week. So that is pretty much the only change I've done from straight west side. And we do more free squats on max effort. Okay, Jay Sarnak writes, do you still do speed work with bands prepping for a raw meet? My last training cycle, I didn't. I did things a little bit differently for my raw prep because I had to like learn how to squat. I'm assuming this is talking about squatting. Maybe it's talking about benching. I did do speed bench with some bands during my training cycle, but for squats, I had to learn how to squat raw because I'm a multiply lifter, so I've only ever squatted like in an ultra wide stance. So my squat day was dedicated on learning how to squat raw.